Hey guys, we're out doing some rock hounding today. I'm on what's called the Slab. It's very bright and sunny, so forgive my squinting. This area is near Kingsland, Texas. I've not been on it before, but as you can see, it's a big rock bar. And they say you can find some nice chert and maybe some agate, perhaps some jasper here. So far I've seen lots of quartz. So if I find anything cool, I'll show you. If nothing else, I'm going to find some rocks to tumble. There's lots and lots and lots of quartz and chert, and well, here's a piece of, this is like a banded chert. This will tumble up very nicely, so I'll keep this one. This is, I believe, lanite. You see, it has those little blue quartz crystals in it right there. We're not far from Llano, so it should not come as a surprise that this area has lanite. You can see this little piece has some agatiness in it. Look at that. This will make a really nice tumbler as well. This chert with agate, what do you think? I just picked up another piece of this lanite, as you can see. It has the little blue quartz in it. Stuff doesn't take a great shine, but it can still be tumbled and cabbed and made to look a little prettier than this. If you like quartz, you will love this area. It's literally everywhere around here. There's so much of it. It's quartz, quartz, quartz. Wow. Now I just found this piece, which is quartz, as you can see, but it has almost like a mossiness to it, which is strange. I haven't been picking up the quartz, but I am definitely going to take this piece back and get it tumbling, because I think this will make a beautiful tumbled stone. So this is what I would call one of those Llano River agates. You can see it has some banding. Notice that right there. The host rock is always this yellowish, I don't know what you'd call it. I don't even think it's jasper. It may be. It looks quartzy, but yet, like I said, you look closely, you can definitely see some banding on there. So I'll probably take this one home and throw it in the tumbler. Could not ask for a better day for this. It's about, I don't know, 68 degrees. There's Miss Kendra. There is so much quartz here. I'm not really picking much up except this piece. Look, it has lots of banding in it. Let's call this banded quartz. Maybe I'll cut this and tumble it, or perhaps try to get a slab out of this and make a cabochon. I find this rock interesting. I don't know what it is. It's black, or it has black in it, and you can see some, I don't know, maybe it's quartz, I don't know. I chipped off the edge. I think what I'll do with this one is I'll go ahead and bring it home and I'll do a slab on this and see what it looks like. Here's a big old chunk of banded chert. I think we'll make a good stone to slab. Look at some of the color in there. I say color, well, maybe that's too strong a word, but you see contrasts. Let's leave it at that. And maybe the slabs will be beautiful. Now here's a big chunk of what this area is known for, which is granite. We're very close to granite shoals, and this is the kind of stuff, well, not this exact stuff, but similar to what they cited our state capital in, the granite, the pink granite that they find around here. It's beautiful stuff. It just isn't my favorite in the lapidary shop. However, I might take something like this back home and get some slabs off of it or something. Oh, I just had to carry what was a full bucket of rocks back to dump it out in the back of the truck. These were just Kendra's rocks. My God, that had to be 80 pounds. But I got it. The things we do for our girlfriends, right? Wow. I just picked up this beautiful, it's an agate rock. I say beautiful. I think it'll be beautiful. Get some slabs off of it. It's not like one of those West Texas agates, but it will be somewhat translucent, I promise you. And from the slabs, I think I can make some nice cabs with it. Here are a couple of good tumblers. This piece of quartz, which was already nicely river tumbled, and then this, again, one of these little Llano River agates. You can just make out some banding in there. It's already been rounded by our lovely river. So I'll toss this in the tumbler, see what happens. I just picked this up, which is clearly some kind of fossil. I'm gonna guess coral, but I'm not a fossil expert. That's what it looks like to me. It can be very peaceful here when there aren't cars going across the highway just over there. Still a nice place to go rock hounding, the Slab. Oh, once again, there's Miss Kendra. I just spotted this interesting piece of chert here, which I think will make a good tumbler. You can see it has a little bit of, well, I don't know if that's Chalcedony or what, but something on it there. So underneath this skin will be, as you can see, hopefully, some banding. I just picked up this interesting little chert nodule, but look inside there. It has, oh, I don't know what that would be called. It's sort of like a, I don't know. It's interesting looking though. This would be a good one to tumble, don't you think? Here's a nice piece of that cherty, agate material. It's a little bit translucent, but I think it's mostly chert. This will make a good cut and tumble video where I get it in the shop, cut it in half, and tumble both sides. Check out this interesting rock that I just picked up. I don't know what it is, but it has, as you can see, some really interesting patterning in it there. Look at that. This will be a fun one to take back to the shop and do something with it. Maybe I'll just cut it open and see what's inside. We're almost finished. Check out these last two big rocks that I found. This is lanite. Look at that, the blue quartz in there. It's a big piece. And right next to it, I found this, clearly some kind of fossil. I don't know what kind of fossil it is. Probably a, I don't know. I usually say coral when I have no idea. But this could be, I don't know, maybe a sea sponge or something. Look at the detail in there, the fine pattern in there. Isn't that cool? It doesn't look like much on this side, which probably would have been the top of whatever it was millions of years ago. But that's awesome. Two good finds to end the day. On the way back to the truck, I spotted this. Again, one of those what I call Llano River agates. You can see there's some fine banding in there in spots. This one has some botryoidalness right there. So I think it's a keeper. Okay, now we're officially walking back to the truck, but look what the locals do. Isn't that cool? They like to make these little rock stacks. I think that's so interesting. Check that out. Fun. Well, thanks for coming along with me to the Slab. This is a cool place. I'd definitely come back. I didn't find a lot of like exotic agates or jaspers, but I found some good stuff for the shop. I'll go ahead and end this video by taking you back to the shop and taking a closer look at some of these rocks. But again, thanks for coming along. Welcome back. I've got the rocks cleaned up from today's rock hounding trip to the Slab. Now, considering the fact that the Slab is just downriver from Llano, Texas, it should be no surprise that we find lanite. Look at this big chunk here. I'm no geologist, but I understand this is a very, very old rock, as in billions of years old, and it does have that beautiful blue quartz. You can just see it in there. Really pretty stuff. I found 4 pieces of it. This one's pretty special. I'll probably slab that one, and these other 3, they're probably destined for the tumbler. Notice the different surface on this one versus that one, yet as far as I know, these are both lanite. Interesting stuff. That area was loaded, literally loaded with quartz. I didn't pick up much. I picked up a couple of pieces. This one interested me because it almost looked like an agate. You see that? I don't know what to go, like a mossiness in there. It's quartz, but it's just an interesting looking quartz. I'll probably tumble these pieces. This one almost looks like a smoky quartz right here. And this one was already, well, river tumbled. That's definitely going to be tumbled and polished. Another one with some interesting color in it. Some banding. Yeah, interesting. So lots of quartz. If you're into quartz, go check out the Slab. Another very common rock over there was banded chert. Lots of stuff like this out there. I promise you this stuff tumbles beautifully, and that's what I'll end up doing with most of this. You can see the bands in there. Yeah. This big piece here will probably end up getting slabbed. In fact, I picked up enough larger pieces like this that I will do a separate slabbing video just with some of these nice big rocks that I found out at the Slab. Another fun rock we found were these fossils. I'm no fossil expert. I'm not sure what this was millions of years ago. My guess would be either a coral or, well, I don't know, maybe some sort of spongy sea creature. I was pretty happy when I found this one, but at the end of the day, I saw this monster right here. Let me show you the bottom of this one. You can really see the structure of whatever that fossil was. If you know what this is, please comment below because I would love to know. This one actually looks like it would be hard enough to do something with in the lapidary shop. It's almost like that's a chert-like material there, very hard stuff. The top side of it, whatever it was, coral or whatever, is not so interesting looking, but I imagine we could slab this and do something with it. What do you think? Now this piece, honestly, I don't know if it has anything to do with the fossil. It's just so interesting. It looks to me like it had to be organic at one time, but honestly, I don't know. Isn't this just a cool looking rock? It's fairly heavy, so it's probably got something in it. I'm tempted to go ahead and cut a few slabs off of it just to see what's on the inside. It's crazy looking, right? Perhaps some kind of fossil. I honestly don't know. And the last type of rock that I was finding are these agate rocks. Here's an example of a Central Texas agate, as I like to call them. It's not super translucent, but it is slightly translucent, and it can make for a beautiful cabochon. I have slabbed this before, and it's usually very nice. This will probably be part of that slabbing video that I make from these rocks. These three are similar type of, let's call these Llano River agates. I know it looks mostly like quartz, but if you look closely, especially when I get it wet, you can see the banding in these. Yeah, definitely has some in there. Interesting rocks. Not your typical traditional agates, but agate nonetheless. I'll probably, I don't know, maybe cut one of these, tumble the other two, I don't know. Now this last one I thought was just going to be a piece of chert, but the more I look at it, look inside there. Doesn't that appear to have some depth? Like those are little, I don't know, dendrites. I don't want to call them dendrites, like little tubes in there. I swear that looks agate to me inside there. And light does pass through, at least I can see it on the edge. I'm gonna toss this one in the tumbler at one point, see what it looks like once it gets this outer shell ground off, because that is really interesting looking right there. Could be a really super nice agate. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this little rock hounding trip at the Slab near Kingsland, Texas. It was lots of fun. I will go back for sure. What's nice is after every flood, which happens periodically, new rocks pop up. So you never know what you'll find out there. Again, thanks for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and please remember to check my other videos for more like this. Thanks again.